Hi greedy 3Ders, this isn't what's left of a failed print. It isn't support material, and it certainly isn't filament that I accidentally wasted. Every single piece of this came from a successful print. The printer was doing exactly what it was supposed to do. Yet after just one multicolour print, this one, I've ended up with this humongous pile of perfectly usable filament that is now destined for the bin. Now, if you've owned a multicolour printer any length of time, you've probably become completely used to this. The printer changes colour, purges filament, wipes the nozzle, changes again, purges some more, and after a while you just accept how multicolour printing works, right? I know I did, but at what financial cost? Well, I thought it'd be fun to find out. When a new printer, in my case the Creator 5 from Flashforge, arrived in the man cave and it completely changed the way multicolour printing works for me, that got me thinking. So I decided to put it up against a more traditional 3D printer that too is more than capable of multicolour printing and seeing the difference. On one side is Anycubic's latest offering, the excellent Cobra 4 combo. This uses a single nozzle and swaps filament every time it needs a different colour, pretty much like a lot of other multicolour printers out there. That's going to be up against the Creator 5. Instead of changing filament through one nozzle, it uses multiple independent tool heads, each permanently loaded with its own filament. When another colour is needed, it simply swaps tool heads and carries on printing. Now, at first glance, that might not sound like a huge difference, but after spending weeks testing both machines, I realised it changes almost everything. Not just how much filament gets wasted, but how long prints take, how much they cost to produce, how much money you're actually throwing away, and ultimately what approach makes the most sense to you and how you 3D print. Now, before anyone accuses me of comparing apples and oranges, let me explain what this video is really about. This isn't a straightforward fight between Anycubic and Flashforge, and it certainly isn't about declaring an outright winner of the two or what printer is best. These printers sit in different price brackets, they're designed for slightly different users. What I actually want to compare today are two completely different approaches to solving the same problem, producing multicolour prints. The Cobra 4 combo represents the approach that most of us have become familiar with over the last few years. As I said, one nozzle prints every colour changing filament whenever it's needed. It's relatively affordable, produces some fantastic looking prints, and for many people it's probably the cheapest, most sensible way to get into multicolour printing. The Creator 5 takes a very different approach. Rather than asking one nozzle to do everything, it gives each material its own dedicated tool head. When another colour is needed, the printer parks one tool head, picks up another and carries on printing. Now that means far less purging, fewer filament changes, and at least in theory much less waste. Now yeah, I know what some people are thinking. Of course the multicolour toolhead printer wastes less filament, of course it does, and that's perfectly true, but that part isn't really the interesting bit. The real question, and what I find interesting, is how much less. If we're only talking about saving, say, 5 grams of filament on a 20-hour print, then honestly it doesn't really matter, does it? But if we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of grams of wasted material over the course of a single print, maybe several extra hours of print time, your electricity and your real money, your money, disappearing into the bin every time you press start, then suddenly the conversation becomes a little bit more interesting, don't you think? I also think we've become strangely accepting of purge waste. It's become such a normal part of multicolour printing that people even have nicknames for it: printer poop, filament poop, or whatever you want to call it. In fact, leave me a note in the comments what you actually call this printer poop. But at the end of the day, it's still filament that you've paid for with your hard-earned money, for which that never becomes part of your finished model. It ends up in the bin. Before we start printing though, let's quickly compare the two machines themselves. We'll look at their specifications, build volumes, material compatibility and pricing, and where each printer fits into the market. I've done a review for both individual printers that I'll link at the end. As I say, this isn't printer versus printer. Now, the Anycubic Cobra 4 combo is a bed slinger design where the print moves forward and backwards during printing, while Flashforge Creator 5 uses a core XY motion system where the bed remains completely fixed and the tool head moves around the build area. The Cobra offers a slightly larger build volume at 260 by 260 by 260 millimeters compared with the Creator 5's 256 times 256 times 256 millimeter build volume. Although in practical terms that difference is so small and unlikely to affect most everyday prints, both machines are open air designs rather than fully enclosed printers, so while they're capable of reaching high nozzle and bed temperatures, they're still best suited to materials that don't require that controlled, heated print environment. The Cobra 4 Combo has a maximum nozzle temperature of 300 degrees centigrade and a heated bed capable of 100 degrees, while the Creator 5 it just increases this slightly with a 320 degrees centigrade nozzle temperature and 120 degrees centigrade heated bed. In terms of advertised print speeds, come on, both machines are in similar category, with neither offering a dramatic advantage over the other. The real difference between them isn't raw speed, it's not build size, it's the completely different way they approach multicolour printing. At the time of making this video, the Cobra 4 Combo on Anycubic's website is 329 quid. Now don't forget, prices change constantly depending on promotions and where you buy it, but that's a really good price considering you're getting a complete multicolour system with an Ace 2 Pro Unit 2, a closed multi-filament heated motorised self-loading and unloading unit which is included in the price. And that can also, don't forget, dry your filaments too. That is an impressively competitive price. The Creator 5 sits in an entirely different category at around 620 quid, again at time of recording. There's no external multicolour unit, no filament drying. The 4 filaments merely sit on the right hand side of the machine in whatever environment you're printing in and require manual loading and unloading. That's a fairly substantial jump in price, just over 40% more than the Cobra 4 Combo, and it's probably the biggest reason many people will dismiss this comparison before they've even seen the results. And honestly, I completely understand that. If all you're looking for is a printer that can on occasion produce some colourful flexi dragons to keep those little kiddies happy, spending very roughly twice the amount doesn't really make financial sense, especially when you realise what a financial bargain the Cobra 4 Combo with its Ace 2 Pro again actually is. But if you're running a small business, for example, or maybe a print farm, producing colourful products every day or regularly printing complex models with hundreds and hundreds of filament changes, those ongoing savings suddenly become much more relevant, and that's really why I wanted to make this comparison today. To keep things completely simple, I've chosen just one single 3-coloured model that produces a large number of colour changes. This is a Nike Jordan key fob. It's a free file to download. You can print it yourself on any printer really that does multicolour printers, but I'll be using both printers to use this using the same filament colours under the same conditions, and I'll measure every single gram of filament, every minute of print time and every piece of purge waste. And at the end, because at the end of this video I just don't want you to know what printer produces the nicest print, I want you to know what approach makes the most sense once you factor in hidden costs that most of us rarely think about. And the model has been sliced using each manufacturer's own slicing software with the default settings. Now that's important. I've deliberately avoided spending hours tweaking purge volumes or trying to optimize one machine over the other. If you want to do that, then of course fill your boots. Could I have reduced the waste on the Cobra by adjusting the purge settings? Yeah, probably. Could I have fine-tuned the Creator 5 as well? Absolutely. But that's not how the vast majority of people use these printers. Most people, they just unbox the machine, run through the calibration tests, slice the model using the recommended slicer profiles and press print. That's the experience I wanted to compare today. Now, as soon as both printers get underway, you can already see the difference in design philosophy. The Cobra 4 Combo starts by printing the first colour exactly as you expect. When another colour is needed, the printer pauses, retracts the filament, cuts it, loads it. The next spool purges the nozzle until the previous colour has been completely flushed out. It wipes the nozzle, then returns to the print. Watching it happen, you quickly realise there's a lot going on during every colour change. None of these individual steps take very long, but there are several of them, and each one adds a little more time before the printer is laying down plastic again. In fact, most of the Cobra 4 time is spent colour swapping rather than actually printing. The Creator 5 handles exactly the same moment very differently. Instead of unloading and reloading filaments, it parks the active tool head, picks up the next one and carries on straight on printing. There's still a brief pause where it changes tool heads, of course, but because each nozzle is already loaded with the correct colour, there's no need for the same lengthy purge routine. Yeah, just a quick purge tower layer to clean that nozzle and it's away. It's one of those differences that's difficult to appreciate just by reading a spec sheet. Seeing both printers working side by side really highlights how differently they've been engineered to solve the same problem. Print quality from both machines, I have to say, is genuinely very good. Layer consistency is excellent, the colour separation is clean, and from a purely visual perspective, I don't think many people would be disappointed with either result. In fact, I'd say if I put both those finished models on the table without telling you which printer produced them, I suspect most people would struggle to tell them apart. Now, before we get to the numbers, I have to say this. If all you cared about was the finished model, I think you'd be happy with either printer. Placed side by side, both produce clean, vibrant colours with excellent layer consistency and sharp transitions between each colour. There were no obvious print defects, no noticeable banding, and unless you already knew which printer produced which model, I genuinely don't think many people would be able to tell them apart just by looking at them. That's an important point because it tells us something straight away. This isn't one of those comparisons where one printer produces a dramatically better look than the other. Both are capable of producing excellent multicolour prints, but of course the difference lies elsewhere. Throughout the print, I collected every piece of that purge material from both printers so that once everything had finished, I could weigh exactly how much filament became part of the model and how much simply ended up being in the waste container. Now let's put some actual numbers to this. The finished model, the Nike Jordan shoe, weighed in at 24 grams on both printers. The Creator 5 produced 28 grams of wasted material and finished in 4 hours and 37 minutes. The Cobra 4 combo produced 325 grams of purge waste, and it took a staggering 18 hours and 21 minutes to finish. So for the geeks out there, that represents 1,060% more waste produced than the Creator 5, and the Cobra taking that whopping 18 hours and 21 minutes to finish. It took 4 hours and 37 for the Creator 5. That's a difference of 13 hours and 44 minutes, meaning the Cobra took almost 4 times as long to complete the same print. Now, to keep things simple from a cost perspective, let's assume that 1 kilogram of PLA costs £10. Now, the Nike key fob, which weighed in about 24 grams, cost 24 pence in filament. However, the Cobra 4 combo wasted around £3.25's worth of filament poop to produce this one 24 pence print, compared to just 28 pence worth of waste on the Creator 5. That's a dramatic difference in running costs for one single multicolour print. Now, does this justify significantly spending more on a printer, or more so is it about understanding what those savings look like over months or even years of regular use? Now, if you're producing multicolour prints every single day, whether that's for a business, your Etsy shop, or simply because it's the type of printing you enjoy the most, those savings are repeated every single time you press print. It's almost worth pointing out, of course, as I can already hear someone shouting at the screen, that these numbers are based on a single model occupying only one part of the build plate. If I were to maximise the available build volume and print multiple parts at the same time, don't forget the amount of purge waste created during the colour changes would remain roughly the same, because the printer still has to perform the same number of filament swaps or tool head changes. However, the relationship between waste and finished parts would improve significantly, and you're spreading that same amount of purge material across a larger amount of finished products, meaning the waste percentage and cost per model would be much lower. Just had to get that out there. This is where larger production runs really start to highlight the efficiency differences between the two systems. But in reality, even a full build plate with £3.25 worth of filament waste that would go into the bin each completed print, and also don't forget, a full build plate would by default take much longer to finish each print. Now, the biggest takeaway from this comparison for me, the Creator 5 doesn't produce dramatically better looking prints. It doesn't reinvent the multicolour printing world, but what it does do is reduce two things that have become accepted as normal with single nozzle systems. The first is purge waste, the second is the amount of time spent changing colours, ergo the amount of time it takes to finish your print. Whether those advantages justify the higher purchase price depends entirely on how you use your printer. For plenty of people, a cheap printer like the Cobra 4 combo, which is great value, will still be the obvious choice. It's significantly more affordable, produces excellent print quality, and for occasional multicolour printing, the additional waste probably isn't even going to be a deciding factor. For other users though, particularly small businesses or anyone regularly producing multi-complex models, the Creator 5 represents a very compelling alternative. So with that saving of approximately £2.97 per print, if we applied the same saving over and over again, it would take roughly 98, just under 100 prints to recover the £291 difference between the purchase price of the two machines. And of course, this is only looking at filament waste. Real world ownership also includes factors like print time, electricity, printer maintenance, how often you actually produce complex multicolour models. But it does demonstrate that the running cost difference is not just theoretical. Over a large number of prints, it can start to become very meaningful indeed. By reducing purge waste and minimising the time spent changing colours, it allows more of the printer's time and more of your filament to go towards producing those finished parts rather than filling your bin with your hard-earned money in the shape of this filament poop. If you've enjoyed the video today, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, that's really important and very nice of you, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more future reviews or tests and comparisons. Every like, every comment and every share really helps the channel grow and allows me to keep making honest, independent content like this. A huge thank you to every one of my subscribers for your continued support, and an extra big special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Your generosity helps fund the printers, filaments and countless hours that go into testing and producing these videos. I genuinely couldn't keep making this content without you, so thank you so much for that. Make sure you leave me a comment. There will be some affiliate links down below to both of these printers if that's something that interests you. I hope you enjoy this kind of content, but I really want to hear what you think about it down in the comments. Let me know. I'll see you next time on Greedy 3D. Thank you for watching.